Thank you all for coming tonight. The Organization of Western Australia sits as the peak body for the African community in the States. We are here to help bring the African community together. In Africa, there are so many countries, and here in Australia, we sit as the mother body working along with all those countries so that we can have a united voice and approach to issues affecting the African community instead of going as a small country or as a single country. The Organization of African Community was established some years ago, and we got the executive that constitutes people from all over Africa, and it has been a very successful organization since its establishment. We represent approximately 25 of the incorporated African groups here in WA. What we try to do is to work directly with the countries, not with the local groups within the country. So that's what we do.
My name is Ibrahim Kebe, one of the ambassadors for White Ribbon. Domestic violence is something that we need to put an end. It's something that affects our family, our culture, and our value. We say no to domestic violence.
We can put an end to the violence against women in our community.
If you see something, say something.
My name is Victor Deshe, aka Vicolo. Imagine if she was your sister.
This is not binding list. Feel free to change.
Imagine if she was your daughter.
Build a community against domestic violence. Let's.
It's so important that our youth leaders here, the youth leaders, understand the youth and get the message across at the level so that they are working with their own counterparts. The message will get passed easier that way.
You as a group decided that these were very important attributes to have, particularly around the Stop the Violence campaign, right? Again, being leaders, being youth, in terms of how we decide to make changes in our communities. Equality, yes, very important. There is a difference between equity and equality because some people will ease in equality when it's not equity.
Because the youth are the leaders for tomorrow, we want to see a lot of youth be successful in everything they're doing here.
There is never a sport that brings all Africans together than football. And football is really the decider for us. To be honest, I've really enjoyed each and every one of it. Right now, the competition is quite intense.
This has been a fierce competition. What are we looking at? It has gone now to a sudden death. Ladies and gentlemen, Zambia is the champion of Africa in Perth. What a wonderful tournament.
Okay, let's go. All right.
Jumbo Africa was part of Organization of African Community, and this was started because they saw the need in which they wanted to bring together all the communities within the African, able to link it not just within the African community, but also to involve the non-African communities in Australia and others from other parts of the world.
The African community are very supportive. We need venues so that we can practice our culture. He always help us, provide us with a uniform, traditional gears, because most of these children, they don't have any financial. They are very supportive in terms of anything.
At one time, there was no African community at all. What I want to say to the African community is that, look, there are a lot of opportunities in this country, but there are also a lot of challenges. But I can tell them that when you work hard, you can achieve and you can break those barriers. I came here as a refugee and I've gone to school here, I've graduated school, and I'm doing a professional job today. So I think any other person can do it. And I want to say to the Western Australian government and to the Australian government, we need to be supported, we need to be empowered. This is the first generation of Africans. I think we've done very well. Many of us come here with language barriers. We don't speak English. Some people come from Francophone countries. I come from the country where we speak English, but our English is more American, the American-African kind of English. And you take time to get along, how to know how the Australians speak. So a person that comes from an Arab country or a French country, they need to be supported. The opportunity needs to be made available, and we need to be cherished also and given that support that will lead us to doing what other migrants have done over the years.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.